Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Bucky Unfiltered. My name is Allie Weber, and I work for Campus and Visitor Relations as one of their special projects interns. Ask Bucky Unfiltered is a student-run webcast that strives to bring relevant information regarding UW-Madison and its surroundings to our students. Today, I am very excited to welcome Madison Central Business Involvement District, or Downtown Madison for short, to the webcast, and they will be answering questions that are frequently asked about the downtown area. And before we start with the questions, why don't we just do a quick round of introductions just so our audience knows who we're talking about. Why don't we just start with you, Tiffany?
Excellent. Hello, and thanks for having us today. We love talking to students and UW about downtown Madison. So I'm Tiffany Kenny. I'm the Executive Director for Madison's Central Business Improvement District, which is a big fancy name to talk about the group that does the marketing and promotions for downtown Madison. And I've got two people here on my team, so I'll let them introduce themselves. Tim, why don't you go first?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having us here today. My name is Tim Jenquin. I'm the Operations Director. I manage several of our programs, including our ambassadors and that handy downtown map that you see out and about, and then just a bunch of different stuff to keep the wheels moving for us.
Well, then that leaves me. Thank you so much for having us today. It's a great opportunity for us to connect. I'm Michelle Morrison. I'm the Programming Coordinator for Madison Central Bid. So my job is kind of all that other stuff, all that good stuff, the fun stuff. Not that the podcast isn't fun, but I do our concerts and activities that we do downtown, and I do a lot of work running our social media as well.
Awesome. So you all kind of explained what downtown Madison is, but what kind of services can you offer that could potentially benefit our students?
Excellent. So we do lots of different work. Mostly what we do is we try to connect the community to the businesses and the events that are happening downtown. So normally we do lots of special events, or we do shopping events, wine walks, cookie walks, things like that. But now in these times, what we really try to do is make sure that all of the digital components are there. So you can find the businesses and the restaurants and all the things you need to connect to downtown Madison.
Awesome. And I know you mentioned some of the events that you guys do offer, and historically, what have been some of the most popular destinations or events that I guess some students or community members should keep an eye on in the downtown area?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, historically, those big trademark things for downtown Madison are concerts on the square and the farmers market, art fair as well. And then we have a very special place in our hearts for Madison Night Market. That's a really fun event that we do. And then we also help with making sure people know about other special events that are happening downtown. Our Facebook and our website are really great places for the community and students to know what's happening, because there's so much fun stuff going on downtown all the time. And that includes the things that we work on, like the Madison Night Market, like Your Lunchtime Live, which is a concert, and our wine walks and cookie walks that Tiffany mentioned before.
And I was just on your website, and I read that the physical visiting center that is located on State Street is currently closed, obviously, due to COVID-19. So what other virtual opportunities can you guys offer for our students and the communities, or what are you planning to offer in the future?
Yeah, great question. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, our visitor center is temporarily closed. We are looking forward to the day that we're able to reopen that. But in the meantime, a lot of our efforts have turned virtual. One of the biggest things that we've done is compiled a series of information onto our website. We call it our 2020 updates page. So let's visit downtownmadison.com/2020 updates. And that's a place for our businesses and our partners to submit information to us. And we put that all together in one place so that our followers and our viewers and our visitors can find that in an easy way. And it can be anything from retailer that's doing a virtual shopping event or offering curbside pickup, a restaurant that has a fun outdoor cafe, a service business that does a online class or an online fitness class, things like that. So just trying to, once again, help connect the visitors and the community members to our businesses and to our partners. Another way we've been doing that, as Michelle mentioned and has been doing an amazing job with, is our social media. By the way, we are Downtown Madison on both Facebook and Instagram. And through that, we've really discovered that people... Oh, Michelle, has a correction for me.
Yeah, our Instagram is Visit Downtown Madison.
Oh, thank you. Very important distinction. But through all of this, we've really discovered that people are adjusting and starting to enjoy connecting virtually. So we do hope to continue a lot of these efforts and use these things that we're learning to move forward even into next year and beyond.
We've tried all sorts of new things in the virtual world: shopping events, tasting events, events where you can buy food at home and cook along with it. We're all experimenting in the virtual world, and we're always looking for good ideas. And so we actually turn to the UW and say, tell us what else you want to try. How do you learn about what's happening downtown? How can we bring you more information? Because we're learning a lot in this virtual year, but we know that, like Tim mentioned, these are things that are going to carry on for a while for all of us.
And I know, being a UW student myself and just the close proximity from the campus, the downtown area, a lot of your guys' customers essentially are students, right? So you guys are doing a great job of just allowing the students to connect with the downtown, even though physically distanced, right, and being safe about it. I think it's great that the students have a place where they can go to see kind of what is happening downtown that they can do safely, and just kind of connect even in a virtual sense. And given that, you know, this is kind of unprecedented times, I'm sure a lot of people are going to have questions about, you know, the changing of different restaurants or the changing of this and that. If they do have questions, first of all, what kind of questions can the Downtown Madison office answer? And second of all, how or where should that person contact you all?
Oh, another great question. So currently we have a few ways people can get a hold of us. One of the easiest ways is on our website. At the very top, there's a tab called Ask an Ambassador. And that's essentially just a form where you could submit any question that you'd like to ask. We have an email address that's info@visitdowntownmadison.com if you prefer that. And you can always reach out to us on our 2 social media accounts. Usually any of those 3 ways will respond within a day. And the types of questions, really, we get a wide variety of questions. You know, I'm thinking back to our ambassador program, and you know, we're getting a lot of the same questions they used to get on these virtual formats as well. So things like shopping suggestions, dining suggestions, what attractions and events are still happening. You know, a lot of visitor type related questions trying to, people trying to enjoy downtown. But really, we can answer a wide array of questions. We get a lot of weird questions. We can answer questions about the whole city, about, you know, if you have policy questions, or if, you know, anything you're curious about, we'll try and find an answer for you. We're not very shy about that.
And Tim has worked for Downtown Madison for more than a decade, so he has lots of knowledge, but also figures out ways to answer the questions. I don't know that we've actually really ever stumped him, and I'm not actually encouraging you to try to stump him, but we usually can answer all those questions for whether you're a business owner downtown, or like Tim mentioned, you're a student or a visitor. Really, you know, you can reach out to us to find out what day garbage pickup is in downtown if you wanted, or more exciting, you might want to find out, where should I take mom and dad for the best burgers downtown? And he can help you figure that out.
Yeah, Tiffany's very much right. Oh yeah, I was an ambassador for a long time before.
You can go, Tim. You can go. I should be listening.
I was just going to say, Tiffany is very much right. I was an ambassador for several years before I became our operations director, and so problem solving and resource digging are 2 things that I'm very good at. So try me.
Well, I was gonna say that the garbage disposal or the garbage pickup is actually a great question, because I always forget what day the garbage comes, and I wake up at 6 o'clock, so I have to remember to go to bed earlier the night before, and I can never remember. It comes like 2 times a week. Great, awesome. And then lastly, for the questions that I have for you, if a student would like to get involved with your office, how and where should they do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. We would love to have students involved with our office, and there's two really easy ways I'm going to tell you about first. One of those is actually something we've already talked about. It's those ambassadors. And we have two different types of ambassadors. There's the information ambassadors, and those are the people who work for Tim in our visitor office. So those are those people who are answering those questions. So we do have opportunities, but you have to kind of keep your eye open for when that opens up. So I do encourage you to watch our website for that. But then we have something we're working on building, Tim and I together, that we're calling Event Ambassadors. And that would be a volunteer position where you get to help us out with all of the great events that we do in downtown Madison. But then there's another really easy way that students can get involved in downtown Madison, and that's by participating in our online events or online events for other organizations and businesses downtown. We try to have all of those virtual events on our page as well. And then, for instance, it's the holiday season coming up. What easier way to get involved in downtown Madison than to support local businesses by getting your holiday shopping early from them. You'll get really unique gifts downtown, or treating yourself to something special. We're currently running a build your own gift card bundle promotion, which is another really easy way for students to get involved with downtown businesses. And honestly, it's a really easy way for you to think of what can your family get you for the holidays. We're sure that you could all use a gift card for lunch or a gift card to University Bookstore or something like that. So think about things like that of, you can participate in your downtown community in really easy ways. And then in the works for a really fun virtual scavenger hunt that we're calling InstaQuest, and it's going to be a holiday edition. So keep your eyes on our social media for that. We'll be announcing it soon. And that'll be a fun way for students to explore downtown Madison in a lot of different ways. And it's going to be a totally safe thing and super fun thing to do.
Well, and I would just echo, people ask me a lot, what's the best way to support downtown? And Michelle outlined it pretty well. Be involved. And there's two, like she said, easy ways. Pay attention on social media and participate. Especially now, there's lots of neat ways to do that, whether those are craft projects, special events. There's a drink and draw event with the Veterans Museum. There's always a cool virtual event happening. But also right now, more than anything, our downtown businesses, the unique special businesses that we think make Madison unique, that we hope you remember, that they're the places that you want to come back to, maybe your parents remember. Whatever that is, we want to make sure that they stay here. And the best way to do that is to be good customers. So when you can shop locally, when you can dine locally, and when you can support them, and of course do so safely during these times, because it's a little challenging for all of us, we really want to encourage that. That would be the most supportive thing, is to just be good customers. Stop through when you can, tell your friends about good spots you went, and just really support those unique stops and those shops that you want to see there for years to come.
Yeah, I definitely get my mom's Christmas, birthday, Easter present. Yeah, I don't know, you name it. I'll get everything from downtown for my mom. She loves those shops, so that's awesome. All right, so lastly, is there anything else you would like to talk about?
Sure, thanks for asking. I thought people might want to talk a little bit about the art and the murals and the things that have happened this year. In addition to COVID being quite a challenge for our community, we also are a political city. We're the capital city of Wisconsin. And so there have been some protests, there's been some damage, there's been some riots, depending on the ways that you define them or the ways that those things impact you. They've really impacted our downtown. And I think those people who are in town right now, and those of you who've been here, have had a chance to see some of the powerful art that our community put together. And so as we kind of continue to evolve through this year and we make our way through to the end of 2021, you'll continue to see an evolution of that downtown. Some businesses have started to take down those boards that were put up as preventative, or maybe those boards were put up to cover damage, but now they've repaired their shops. So we want to talk about that as an evolution. We want to appreciate and thank the artists that came down and did some of those really powerful and important murals. And the best part about that is that those are being archived for the future through a photo essay. So we'll have them for years to come. And moving forward, as we continue to talk about these challenging times, we also will be able to talk about it as a community and how we worked together to bring our downtown together. So people ask me, what's happening with the art? What's happening with the boards? And all I can say for now is that it's an evolution, it's evolving, and we encourage people to take a look at the important messages that's on those boards. But even more importantly, for the long term, we also think it's important that they support the businesses inside those stores. So we just wanted to share that and thank everyone for the support they've provided to downtown.
Awesome. Thanks, Tiffany. All right. And with that, it looks like we're actually out of time. So I would just like to say thank you to Downtown Madison for joining me today. I'd like to also say another thank you to the audience for listening. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't actually have Ask Bucky Unfiltered. So thank you. And if you missed anything or didn't really catch the links that were said in the webcast, we will be posting all the links below, as well as tagging Downtown Madison in our Instagram post. Ask Bucky Unfiltered will be posted every Sunday around 11 o'clock on our Campus and Visitor Relations Instagram, YouTube, and website. So with that being said, I'll see you all next time, and have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.